I am so excited because I am a dork and I've never had this many people on the Zoom. Our team has literally exploded this last month. So I'm just super pumped. This is such an exciting time in this business. I have some stuff I want to tell you. I want to do our drawings and just come up with a game plan. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw for the earrings. I like to do this every so often to help you guys stay motivated. Obviously, if you're not motivated by our compensation plan, you haven't read our compensation plan because it's pretty sick, but I like to do extra stuff for you because I know if you gave me $200, I'd go and pay bills with it. So I try to do something a little extra for you. So this is the earrings. And the winner of the earrings is, I don't know if I'm going to say your name right. I don't know if she's on here. Kenyetta? Kenyetta? She's not on here? Okay. She won the earrings. And then our $81. Let's see. That is going, I hate drawing. I swear I don't know whose name I'm picking, but it just makes me feel weird. I like when my daughter draws. Ryan, $81. So I do that just for y'all working your business. And I actually love seeing y'all post in the threads whenever y'all sign people, because I feel like it motivates you and it motivates me, and I feel like a lazy bum because I've been in Mexico and I've got to get it together. So I'm excited to get back and to be focused. Here are the things I want to tell you. With our team growing so fast, anyone who knows me knows I do not mind answering questions at all, any time or day. But what I want you to do is start thinking like a leader, okay? The number one thing somebody told me whenever I joined this business, if you've been with me a while, you've heard me say this a million times, is start acting like who you want to be. I want to be an ambassador. I made videos from like the first week. I was stupid. I don't know who watched them, but I started thinking and acting like an ambassador like that. If you have girls under you, you're a leader. If you have loyals under you, you're a leader. Start thinking like one, start acting like one. Whenever I touch base with my girls, I don't check in on them, but I am like, how's it going? How can I help you? You know, you're the teacher, so you can't just like give out classwork and never touch base with anyone. You're a leader, and your girls are going to only be as successful as you empower them to be. So I know a lot of you just joined. A lot of your businesses are growing really, really fast, or you've had people put under you, and so take care of them like they're your babies and guide them, lead them every day. Whenever I say that, I want to tell you what my my plan is when I bring someone into this business, okay? This is very important because when you start signing people so fast, like right now, I will pull the reports, and I had to call Ryan today, and I had to call another couple of girls, and I'm like, who are these people who signed them? Because it gets all crazy, right? So I can't keep up. I will answer any text messages I can, but legit, like I can't keep up because I can't even figure out who some people are right now. So I'm just asking you as our team grows to help me take the lead. I want to tell you what I do whenever I launch somebody. Whenever I sign somebody, the first thing I do is I add them to our team page. And I want to tell you, do that within, I'm crazy, I will do it within minutes, because think of the excitement. They're scared. Everyone's scared when they join, right? We know that. They're scared, they're nervous. And I will never forget when my sponsor grabbed a picture of me, introduced me, and all these strangers are like, welcome, welcome, welcome. I felt at home. I felt like, okay, there's other people doing this. So number one, add them to our team page, white couch or bust, immediately. Then shout them out. Add them to our group thread immediately. I will tell you, the one thing I've learned in this business is the closer you are to the fire, the hotter your fire stays lit, period. If you're not plugged in, you're burnt out. Period. And it's really weird. I've seen girls that Sorry. I've seen girls that, come in with this huge team and they don't get on here on Zooms, then one team member won't, then a number, and it just trickles and it just dies down. So like tonight, whenever I'm doing this Zoom, I'm messaging Zoom starts in 10 minutes, and it's not me managing you or babysitting you. It's because I want to empower you, inspire you, and you guys encourage me. I want to see your faces. It encourages me. So you should be talking to anybody that's under you and saying, hey girl, see you on the Zoom. It's accountability. We hold each other accountable and we stay close to the fire. Send them examples of what to message. Immediately when you sign them, have it saved in the notes of your phone, okay? I have the one that says like, hey, I've started with a health and wellness company. I'm looking for 4 product testers to try a product. I've sent it to you. I've put it in the thread. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your sponsor, or post in the thread. Save that in your messages, because every time you launch somebody, you do not want to have to completely start over. Send that to them and get them sending that out. Tell them, don't worry, don't freak, don't fret, start sending that out and we'll get those questions answered. I will tell you the best thing I ever did, guys, was jump in head first. I didn't ask a lot of questions, and I get some people's personalities are different. I'm not telling you not to ask questions, but don't let your questions stop you from having action. Does that make sense? So don't worry if you have questions, but don't freeze until you get them answered, okay? Walk through anybody that's new, walk them through ordering. Say, get on your eSuite. I'm going to teach you how to order. And just don't really go and order something, but teach them how they would put in an LC. Be resourceful, okay? I want you to know where stuff is. First of all, if you need a before and after, post in the group thread. And guys, you've got to help me out. If someone says, I need a before and after of wraps, I'm doing my best to keep up. If you have a before and after of wraps, y'all, we're a family, post one, please. I know I posted one today. Tara posted one. If you have one, take 2 seconds and post it. Also, Google. Don't Google and post something shady, but if you Google, a lot of times you'll find a compliant picture. Not all of my pictures are compliant. I've never gotten in trouble for it. If I needed to mail them in to compliance, I will. I just don't like the way they're put in an It Works frame, because to me that's just so I don't know. It just looks so bleh. I like mine the way they are. But if you Google before and after greens, you can find so much stuff. Beyond that, if you hashtag, I want to show you really quick. Hold on. So let's say you're oh, I want to look up before and afters. Go into your search, type in It Works greens before and after. Maybe that's not a good one. You need to do it with a hashtag. So let me look up. It Works greens, okay? Boom. There's tons. What is that on my computer screen? It's so weird. Did I write on it? Okay. This is, do you see it's tons of posts? The reason I'm telling you this is I can barely right now come up with my own post, and I'm not saying that. We're all busy, so you have to learn to be resourceful. I cannot come up with my post and send out 20 different posts, right? So I need to teach you to be resourceful, and then you need to teach your girls to be resourceful. Because if not, you will be managing your team, and it's so important as your team grows that you're not managing your team, that you are still building your team. So if you pick a product a day, and if you're like, okay, I want to do greens or I want to do ThermoFit, go and search that hashtag in Facebook. It will pull up so many posts. Look and see what looks good to you, what matches your personality. Take it, alter it a little bit, boom, you have a post. I know a lot of new girls may not know that. Some of my older girls do. That's where I get my posts from. And I'm going to tell you the honest truth is I post at least okay, sorry, my phone keeps going off. See, like I have ADD so bad. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about my posts. Okay, so let's say I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, I'm going to post about greens. Boom, I find a greens post, 2 or 3 of them, save them to the notes in my phone, and I go. I blow and I go. Y'all, I am so busy. Y'all are so busy. You should not be wasting time sitting around waiting to figure out what to post. It should be thinkless, okay? I want things to be so efficient for you, because I see when your business starts exploding that you're going to be launching and training new people, and you want to teach them the same thing, how to be efficient. If you are looking for ideas on messages to send, if you will go into our team pages, you can search in the toolbar like loyal customer messages and stuff will pop up. If you have one that's really working, share it in the group thread. But what I may be sending out that day may not be what you need, okay? So just know the biggest thing I can tell you is make it efficient, but make it genuine. If I'm posting about the cleanse, then I might message 20 people, hey, do you want to do a 90-day cleanse with me? Don't overthink it. The worst thing you can do is not be productive because you're scared of what to post or you're overthinking it. Keep it simple. Whenever someone joins, you need to make sure you add them to the White Culture Bust in the Lubbock Skinny Wrap page. Okay, the Lubbock Skinny Wrap page. That is Ashley's page. And that is where she shouts people out every Sunday. Announces different things. So those are 2 main pages that they need to be added to. These are my expectations whenever I place under somebody, and I'm just letting you know. I'm going to be real honest. When I first started, it hasn't even been a year, I placed under people, and I placed under people that didn't help me. I gave people distributors, loyals, and I couldn't lead them all by myself. And I'll tell you, thinking about one spot on my chart, I didn't have the help, and there wasn't no one led in that spot, and the whole chart completely quit because I cannot give everyone one-on-one, just as Jacqueline can't, just as Nellie can't. So I want you to think about your chart. If you are blessed enough to be given people under you, number 1, your paycheck is growing like crazy. Number 2, you've got to help that leader out. So let's say I give Nellie, 5 people, whatever. I'm not trying to put Nellie on the spot. I'm just saying, let's just say I did that. The reason our company is structured the way it is because we grow leaders. I cannot check on those people every day. I can't. I don't expect you to babysit those people. I expect you to lead them. And I want you to think about that because I seriously, when your teams start growing, think about that. If they all signed 5 people and then you had 50 messages going off, it's not that I ever want anybody to think that you can't come to me for a question at all, because this is my passion and I want to help any of y'all. But we have to think about efficiency. So if you're going and you're touching base with your team and you're teaching them those things, then you're teaching them to lead and then to lead and then to lead, and it just trickles out until you have, we want to grow leaders, period. So if you're boxed for Ruby, if you're boxed for executive, if you've been given 1 distributor, if you're boxed for Emerald, we need you. You're a huge leader. You should be talking to those girls every day. I don't expect, let's say, Ryan was put under me, I wouldn't go to her and be like, so like, what are you doing? You haven't posted in 5 days. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about saying, hey girl, I know, hey Ryan, Ashley gave you to me and I'm so excited that I can support you too. What's your game plan and how can I help you? You're just another level of support for that person. But we have to do that to help each other because you're going to teach that person to then go pay it forward. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, because we can't, no one can do it by themselves in this business, period. You just can't. So really think about anything that I've taught you and how can you take that, or whoever's taught you, whoever your sponsor is, and take that and pay it forward. If I taught you what it means to be Fast Start qualified, go and teach your girls, hey, you're Fast Start qualified. Teach them what that means. The biggest thing Ashley Sinclair will tell you is duplicate your business. So if I teach you something, you have to duplicate it, because if you don't duplicate it to whoever you sign, then you're not duplicating anything. You're just signing a bunch of people. So teach them, and then you've got to take that and teach whoever's under you. Like I said, if you have people under you, you're an instant leader. And, we all trust that we're going to guide each other, we're going to encourage each other, and we're going to just help each other get there. Another thing I will tell you is do not message me. And if you don't know me yet, I am the most loving and caring person ever. I want nothing more than all of you to be millionaires with me, period. Do not message me. You are frustrated, or you can't sign anybody. And here's why I'm telling you that. Don't message me that until you've taken inventory, because it doesn't make sense. If I called up Jacqueline and I'm like, I am so pissed off, I have not lost 20 pounds. I wanted to lose 20 pounds by today. This is crap. Jacqueline's going to be like, well, did you diet? No. You go to the gym? Nope. But I wanted to lose 20 pounds by today. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? There's no reason to be frustrated. So I've told you what to do, and we've got to post 3 to 6 times a day. You've got to be sending out messages every day. I will tell you 10 messages a day is not enough. It's just not. You've got to be sending out more. You can cut and paste some of them. That's okay. Don't feel like you can't do that. Some of them you may want to personalize if you're really trying to grow a relationship with somebody. But don't, come in and don't come to me. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up and be like, well, I haven't signed anyone, because the first thing I'm going to do is go look at your Facebook and I'm going to go, you haven't posted since Thursday. Nobody knows your store's open, okay? Don't beat yourself up. But if you want this, you have to have your head in the game, period. There's not a day that goes by that I do not post. I'm so mad at myself right now because I've only posted twice today because I fell asleep this afternoon and I woke up and I thought my daycare kids had been knocking on the door all day because I was so out of it. Not an excuse, but I'm not mad because I haven't signed anyone. I'm frustrated with myself. So I know tonight when I get off of here, I'm going to have my post ready to go tomorrow. So before you become frustrated, before you're like, I'm in a rut, this stinks. And I'm not talking to just one of y'all. There have been multiple people that have messaged me this. Stop and ask yourself, am I doing what I was taught to do? If you are not posting 3 to 6 times a day, if you are not pouring into your team, and if you're not messaging, then you can't be surprised that your business is not growing. You just can't. You also cannot compare yourself to other people. You have to compare yourself to your expectations for yourself, right? So if I go and I say, well, I wasn't a top enroller last month, was that my goal for myself? Is that feasible for me? Or is that feasible for, Jocelyn Yates, who sits at home on her computer 12 hours a day? And I'm not saying that you can't do it. My point is, stop and ask yourself, what do you want? And then ask yourself, what are you going to do to get there? Okay. I will tell you the coolest thing about this trip that I went on is I got to spend some time. I haven't even been in this a year. And Ashley kept saying, like, I cannot believe you haven't even been in this a year. Oh my God. And I was with and became friends with one of the girls. She's the number 50 income earner in the company, and it took her 4 years to get there. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool, Melissa. And she's like, you'll be there too. And I was like, okay. And she goes, you will. She said, all you have to do is never stop. She's like, that's all you have to do. And I asked her, I said, what is different today about how you worked your business than you did in the past? I said, I want to know. She's going to do a Zoom for us too. She's adorable. You will love her. She said, the first 3 years I went balls to the wall. They own their own business. They were so busy. And she said, I worked every day and I sacrificed. And then I said, do you do that today? And she said, no. She said, I still work my business every day, but I would say that I sacrifice maybe 5 crazy days like that a month. She goes, the rest of the time I'm posting as I go. I'm living my life. I go to the vet if I need to. And it let me think, okay, like if you want to be sitting there, she'll be in the Millionaires Club soon. If you want to sit there at the top, you have to sacrifice, y'all. And you have to just know that there's more out there than a $50 paycheck. You have to trust me. I know, some of you may be disappointed that your first paycheck was $21. Get over yourself. And I'm going to tell you that in the most loving way. My first paycheck was $50. My paychecks now are not $50. And I posted this the other day, but I'm going to draw it for you again because you have to understand network marketing. You have to. Hold on. My drawing is going to be on point. And it hit home. It's probably going to be backwards for y'all too. It is. Just roll with it. Work, make money. Work, money, money. Work, money, money, money. Work, money, 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 money. Y'all, you have to trust the process. Yeah, work. You have to trust the process because I can tell you, I will never forget making $400 a month. And my husband's like, okay, cool. You worked 40 hours a week. So what? Did you make a few cents an hour? And I was like, oh, yeah. Network marketing is where you bust your ass at the beginning. You're getting paid on only your efforts, and then you add another teammate, and you're getting paid on y'all's, and then you add another teammate, and then you're Melissa Milo, and you're still working it, but you're working, all in 5 days of the month. Like, you have to trust me. You have to trust the process. I can tell you, my check went from like, I don't know how to describe it without saying it. My check went from being able to pay 2 car payments to be able to pay 20 in 1 month. Okay. Like, it will explode. You have to stay the course. Your time is not my time. My time is not your time. One of you could pass me tomorrow. Period. You could. I want you to. So stay in your lane. God did not make us all the same, period. And you have to stay in your lane. You have to ask yourself, are you the best Kim you're supposed to be every day? Are you the best Joanna? Are you the best Ryan? Are you the best Jacqueline? And if the answer is no, then look at your lane and look at what you're doing. But don't look left and don't look right unless it's for inspiration, because you will beat yourself up, okay? I want to know what questions you have, because I know a lot of you are new. I've talked about the importance of posting, the importance of messaging, the importance of being resourceful. Think of your questions, type them out, but I'm going to tell you a couple more things while we do that. There's a little chat thing down here, guys. I want to do it to everybody. Hold on. Type your questions. No question is stupid, but if you message me the same question every day for 5 months, I will tell you I can't anymore. I'm just kidding. But message me what questions you have while we talk. A lot of you have asked me, how much am I making? I cannot answer that. I can teach, all I can do is tell you to print the compensation plan. Here's why. I can't tell you, there's so many different variables. Like if if you sign 4 loyals, how much are you going to make? Well, I don't know. Are those 4 triple threat loyals or are those 4 wrap loyals? If you go Ruby and your volume's 20 grand and I go Ruby and my volume is 10 grand, obviously we're both rubies, but you're going to make more. So all I can tell you is put your head down and put people in the computer, and that's how your check grows. I don't sit there and go, okay, I want to make 8 grand a month, so I'm going to enroll. No, like, head down, blinders on, and I'm putting people in the computer. To print out to be successful, okay, let me get back to how do you get more people out of state beyond your Facebook friends? Riley, that's a great question. What I have done is I have grown by hashtags. So whenever I post things, I always use a hashtag. I try to use at least 6 hashtags. It doesn't always happen on Insta. That way you come up in people's feed. I follow at least 200 new people on Insta every day and interact with them. I may just say like cute shirt, or I may just put like a heart on a comment on them. That way I'm getting interaction with new people. On Facebook, any suggestion of friends I add at least 10 to 20 new friends a day on Facebook, and until they give me a reason to delete them, I don't. I know that scares a lot of girls, especially a lot of new girls, but y'all, that's how I'm sitting here making bank, because I don't care. I'm not going to post anything on Facebook that's going to get me in trouble. I don't work in corporate America anymore. I can post myself taking a shot. I'm not going to post what happens after midnight, but I don't care. I don't have anything to be embarrassed about. So like, that's like your free advertising. Use it. If someone starts posting a bunch of vulgar stuff and it's coming up in my newsfeed, or if they're like, cursing or this or that, then I just, I block and delete them and move on. But until they give me a reason to, they're fair game. I could change their life. So why not? The things that you should print out are the steps to success. So if you go into documents in your eSuite, you should print out the steps to success. Your goal should be to sign 3 new distributors and 4 new loyals every month. If you make that, you will be a millionaire. You've got to give it 4 years. If you do more than that, you'll be one faster. If you miss it a few months here and there, it's okay. That will get you on track, period. So, Michaela, what I do is I go and I follow a lot. Michaela asked, I don't know if y'all can see this, so I'm going to read it. Michaela asked, how do you target for distributors? I've had 16 to 17-year-olds asking, but they can't. People my age are really young. What I do is I will go and follow a bunch of sorority girls on Insta or on Facebook. And so I just make sure that I am making sure that my market is people that are of age. So that's my biggest suggestion I can give you, because y'all, there are so many times I've talked to a girl for an hour on the phone and she's like, I'm ready to sign up. And I'm like, how old are you? And she's like, I'm 16. And I'm like, oh my God, shoot me. So it happens. Just ask them to begin with before you talk to them for an hour. And then follow and add people that are in sororities. That's the easiest way. Or like, how you can look up different places on Insta. Look up like, I don't know, Oregon Ducks or Texas State or whatever, and follow those people. Hold on, let me send a text really quick. And that is going to give you a better audience. That's more, I have 14-year-olds that follow me. Y'all still, I'll be like, do you want to buy wraps? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, I'm 15. And I'm like, so it happens. It happens all the time. Okay, what other questions do y'all have? I really want to answer some more questions, because I feel like that's going to help me know what you guys need more. So type out your questions really quick. I'm going to send this text. Anything else? Any of you new girls, don't be afraid to ask. This is the time to ask. If there's something you don't know how to do, if there's something you're scared of, now's a great time to ask. Let me close. Jacqueline's old and she doesn't know how to use Insta. That's okay. What I will tell you is I had to watch a lot of videos. So if you write down the name Jocelyn Yates, she has some great, hold on. She has some great training videos, and it helped me know how to start using Insta. You have to think about, for Insta, that it is, okay, sorry, I'm getting messages everywhere. So Jocelyn Yates is awesome. She teaches you how to use Insta. Follow me on Insta if you don't, because it needs to look clean. It doesn't need to look spammy. People don't get on Insta to go shopping. People get on Insta to be nosy and look at other people's pictures. And then if they like your pictures, they're going to wonder, ooh, who is Nellie? Ooh, what does she do for a living? Oh my God, she's so pretty. I want to be on her team. How is she making money? That's what goes through people's heads, okay? Think about that with Insta. Let's see. Yes, or sorry. Okay, Michaela, look, I'm gonna be honest. Where are you? Am I covering you up? Michaela, there you are. I don't know anything about Twitter. I don't get it at all. Ryan tweeted something one night and got a ton of responses. So maybe like you younger girls can tackle Twitter. I know some girls do tweet. I just don't know how. Like, it makes no sense to me. So I don't think it's a bad social media tool to use at all. I don't know how to do it. So when you have a Facebook friend suggestion, you send them a request. Then do you try to? No, I send them a request, and then I let them watch me. I'll interact with their stuff. I'll let them watch me. And let's say it's someone, though, that I do think, like, they post, like, man, I wish I had extra money. I'm in college. This sucks. Or they say, like, something that grabs my attention, then I will. And eventually I will message them. But I'll kind of just let them watch me for a while. Ashley Fraley, she texted me and said, how many DTs and LCs should you target each month? So the company rolls out the steps to success. It is 4 customers and 3 new business partners. DTs every month should be your goal. You know, some people blow past that, and you know what? Keep going. But that should be your goal every month. I follow people that have fibro, but is posting about, I would never post anything that's negative, even if it is, like, for instance, Martha, I have anxiety, right? I'm not going to post about my anxiety because that comes across as negative. What I would do, though, is post positive things about it, ways I deal with it, or things that are in support of it, like advocating for certain things. But I wouldn't post, like, for instance, Jacqueline's son has type 1 diabetes, so she's not like, oh, you know, today was a horrible day, even though I know she's actually had a really tough past 2 weeks, because she privately messaged me that, and I don't think she'd mind me sharing that with you, but she's not going to post it on Facebook. Instead, what she did is she took a picture and she said something like, in the life, this is our life, something like that. However, what am I trying to say? I will never be anything but positive and uplifting about a struggle I have. And if I am going to talk about a struggle I have, it's always going to be in private, period. Even if it's in a group that's for anxiety, I may say something like, yeah, my anxiety's been flaring up. I'm going to message you. But I will never, ever, ever, ever do that, just because no matter what, perception's reality and it makes you come across as negative. So turn it into a positive and how you can reach people in a positive light. Hold on. So don't hide that it's your life. Just think about how you can use it to empower other people that are struggling. Misty, I'm not sure. You said you don't. I think you're saying you don't use Instagram. Whatever your avenue is, use that. Hey, Courtney. Whatever your avenue is, use that. I didn't start focusing on Insta until a few months ago, so don't worry about that. I've had a lot of girls turn distributing down because they don't have time. What's a good way to let them know it doesn't take that much time? Okay, Samantha, last name Bold. I love you because your last name is Bold and your first name is Samantha. I just love that name. Okay, you don't have time, try, and okay, you're going to have to get tough and you're going to have to say this. You don't have time or you don't want to make time. Because if someone tells me they don't have time, I hear I don't want it. And here's why. I work 4 days a week, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., okay? Then I have 2 kids to take care of and a husband to keep halfway happy because I'm so busy. I know it drives him crazy. But the way I respond to that is busiest people are the best at this, and it lets me know that you know how to prioritize. And let me tell you, either tell them about yourself. So don't like compare. Don't be like, oh my God, well, I'm busy and I can do it. Just say, like I told Nellie, I said, I know you're about to get busy for school and I'm really good with having a busy schedule. Let's talk about it because my schedule is insane. It's insane. And so I pride myself on still being able to go double diamond with an insane schedule. So I'm going to help you. Tell them, let me tell you about my friend, my upline, who owns her own daycare. And she's still been able to be successful at this. And y'all, the bottom line is if they're going to give you excuse after excuse, they're going to give you excuse after excuse once they're on your chart, and it's going to piss you off, okay? So let them go. If people really want this and they really want to make money in this, they're going to join you and they're going to run with you. If they're like, well, I'm too busy, I mean, give them a chance. Say, busy people are the best. I can teach you how to prioritize. And they're like, no, I'm just too busy. They don't want it. Then they don't want it. And you just, you just have to be like, next. And keep going to the next person. Y'all, I have 219 distributors under me, and I've probably talked to about 100 girls for every one that's signed. Think about that. So if you get caught up in the nose, I want you to think about Ashley Sinclair has 10,000 distributors under her. How many times do you think she's heard no? You just keep going. Your life, I do it like my life depends on it. You just keep going. I will never beg anyone to join. I mean, I kind of almost begged Nellie. I mean, it was borderline stalking, but that's a different story. But, like now I'm just like, either you want it or you don't, period. Okay, Michaela, I will tell you, that was hard for me at first. I have a lot of people that want to try, but they don't want to spend money on the product until they've sampled it. We don't give out samples. We're not Costco, okay? And you tell them that. You're like, I'm not a sample giver outer. I'm not going to pay for you to sample something, number one. Number two, your life is not going to be changed by a sample. Thrive may do that, and I'm not talking bad about Thrive. Thrive may do that. But if you can change the way my body chemistry is and the way I feel in 2 days, something's not right about your product. And that's what I tell girls. If you truly want to change your life, that's why you got to give me 90 days. It works different for everyone. And if I gave you something to pump your body full of and it changed the way you felt in 2 days, then it wouldn't be good for you. We are FDA regulated, but we're not FDA approved. No supplements are, okay? And you have to have confidence. So I will tell them, sorry, we don't do that. Next. And then instead of going like, oh, I know we don't really do that, I'm just like, we don't do that. And I'm confident in my answer. And 9 times out of 10, they're like, okay. And they'll buy. I don't give samples. Unless like maybe I'm on an airplane sitting next to somebody and I'm like, hey, have you ever tried our greens? And I have some sample packs, maybe. But other than that, I don't give out samples. I don't have time for that. And the best thing about this business is You don't have to spend a ton of money to be a distributor. You don't have to keep a ton of stuff in stock. And it might be another thing I'd say, you know what? The best thing about being a distributor is this is one of the few companies where you don't have to have $2,000 worth of crap to hand out to people to see if they like it. So, we don't do that. And have confidence and be convicted in your answer, because I'm proud of that. Because the last company I was with, they expected you to have so many samples. It was ridiculous. Hold on. I'm getting a couple more questions on my phone. If you think of any more, type them. I hope this is helping you guys.
I just wanted to ask everyone, has there ever been a point where you were messaging someone and they're like, oh yeah, I want to try it, and after a few days you just kind of get fed up? I have been talking to this one girl for 2 weeks about it, and I was finally today I asked her, so do you want to try it? And she read my message and ignored it. I was like, okay, honestly, it's a yes or no question.
Okay.
And so finally she was like, no.
So here's my thing. I have a couple of, yes, Taylor, all day, every day. Okay, I'm like, I know you read my message and you even have your read receipt on your iPhone. I know you see me. Hello. Number 2, you've got to be so in your head that you are so busy and you're messaging so many people that one person that's supposed to sign, you have 5 more waiting to sign. And you have to be so confident that you don't care. And I don't mean that ugly, but you're not trying to sell them a need for something. You're trying to sell them an answer to a need. And so, yes, all day, sister, all day long that happens. I've had people that I messaged last October just join this month. Or not this month, last month. So you just keep going. You're confident and you're just signing the next person, because that one person is not going to make you a millionaire, right? So you're on to the next. And yes, it's frustrating, but I promise you that won't last forever. So many people have told me yes and then no, and oh, well, I'll order retail, and if I really like it, then maybe I'll, whatever. You just keep going, and you're so positive. There are people out there. There are people that are out there. Y'all are out there. Y'all, I didn't know you were out there 2 months ago. You're constantly adding to your hundreds list and talking to new people that one person that leads you on and then tells you no, you don't even miss. So keep your head up. Know that that's out there, and don't let those people get to you, because seriously, it will eat you away. Happens to me all the this one lady, Taylor, okay, let me just tell you really quick. This one lady, every time I posted about something, she would message me, oh my God, you posted about hair, skin, and nails, tell me about it. She'd ask me 5,000 questions. Then I'd post about the triple threat, 5,000 questions. Then I'd post about hair, skin, and nails again, and she'd ask me the same 5,000. Finally, I messaged her and I said, here's my website. If you need to know anything, you may find the answers there. And if you ever want to order, please feel free to do so. And then I may have deleted her and blocked her, because I couldn't deal with it anymore. And I'm like, you're never going to order from me anyway. And I felt like she was trapping me. So just know one sale is not going to make you a millionaire. And so just be confident that the next person's out there. Okay, sweetie, just keep going. I have a girl that says she wants to become a DT, but keeps putting off sending me her stuff till the next day. I bother her every day about it. If she doesn't answer me, I Facebook her, text her. Then she finally messaged me back and says yes. So should I move on from her? Who is that? Who is iPhone 3? Is that Katie? Katie, move on. Here's the thing. Think of this like a relationship. If you were begging a guy to take you out on a date, or if he sees that you're like, bye Felicia, and you have 6 other guys lined up, when is he going to come and take you on a date? Right? That's how you have to view this. So you were so busy, you were so confident, and your business is so freaking rocking that you are not going to beg her to join you. And you may text her and go, I only have 1 spot left. Didn't know if you wanted it. Yes or no, and you're done. When I first signed up, I would do that, and I'd follow up. Come on, please. I know you said yes. And it got to be where I felt desperate and it didn't feel good. And so I was at a training with some of the top earners in Lubbock one weekend. And this girl had just gone presidential. And she said, the best thing I ever did was follow up with people 2 times. She asks them, then she follows up with them twice, and then she's on to the next person. And 9 times out of 10, if they really want to join, they'll be coming to her. But she's like, I'm done. Like, I don't have time. I am so busy building my empire that I am talking to 20 more girls the next day that I'm not going to keep wasting my energy on somebody who obviously doesn't want it. So with that, Katie, I would maybe write her name down and I'd maybe ask her once a month. And I'd be moving on to the next people because, you know, that one person's not going to make you a millionaire. And clearly she's not going to run with you if you have to beg her to send you her stuff. So that's my thing. One thing I will say is I know a lot of you are new, and I know sometimes it can be overwhelming with all the dings that are going off, okay? But the biggest thing I can tell you is stay plugged in. Stay plugged into the messenger. So if I'm doing a contest and I'm giving something away, stay plugged into it. Even if you didn't sign somebody, if you have somebody under you, they're watching you, they are never going to work harder than you work. Period. You don't comment, you don't welcome people, you don't do that. They're never going to work harder than you. If I add someone, if Michaela adds somebody, if Ryan, whoever adds somebody on the team page, and I'm just going to be real honest, the reason why we consolidated our team pages is because it got awfully discouraging for anyone to add a new distributor and see that 67 people viewed it and 2 people welcomed that person. Okay? Imagine you're at a party and someone new walks in the door and 67 people ignore that person and 2 tell them hi. And I'm not saying that rude. I'm saying stop and think. We're a family. We are a family and we have to act like one. So jump on there. Sometimes I've missed it and I'll jump on at night and I'm like, oh my God, so-and-so's added people, and I won't just like it. I'll go, and if you could just say welcome, that is just like the unity. It will grow and it strengthens your team. That's why Jarvis and I just consolidated our team pages. Trying to think what else. Your girls will know you're on there. They'll know you're present. That'll make them feel good. It does wonders. Whenever Jarvis and I consolidated these 2 pages, they've exploded, but I don't want it to be to where we lose sight of being a family, or you sign somebody and so 2 people commented, so you don't take the 2 minutes that it takes to welcome somebody. We're all busy. I get it. We're all busy in our own ways. But please take a minute to welcome people, to encourage them, to uplift them, because that day you promote or that day you get bucks for a promotion, you're going to want your friends screaming from the rooftops, because your normal everyday friends and your neighbors they don't know what the hell's going on, right? My neighbor's not going to be like, oh my God, your bucks for triple. And you'll be like, what are you talking about? It's going to be y'all that uplift me and y'all that I turn to celebrate with. So please just keep that in mind. If your upline is reaching out to you, if someone's messaging you, please reply. The reason I say that is, guys, people are so busy and we want this for you guys. Please just respond. Let us know where you're at. Nellie, I know the other day was like, I'm really busy. I'm falling behind in school. And so I messaged her and I said, tell me where you are. Tell me how you're feeling. And I was able to validate her, come up with a plan, and really just talk like as a friend, because I care about her. And so, sorry, hold on. Joanna just shared something, sorry. It's just so important, because the worst thing you can do is sign up, become frustrated, and disappear. It's the worst thing you can do for your business. And so you have to build a relationship with each other so that if it is a bad day, you can call your upline and say, today sucks. This is what I'm going through. If I'm your upline, I'm going to listen to you and I'm going to help you pull yourself up by the bootstraps and tell you to jump back in the ring, because that's my job. I am a very caring person, but I will only stay at your pity party for like 5 minutes, because I wouldn't even want you to come to mine, because we are strong women that are empowering each other, right? I always say we have tons of excuses, but let them be your reason. It doesn't mean we don't have hard lives. It doesn't mean we don't have obstacles, but are those obstacles going to be what drives you every day to work a little bit harder so one day you don't have to? Or are those obstacles going to be what keep you behind those obstacles for the rest of your life? I mean, I saw it this week. Like, I left the resort yesterday, and there was this one couple, they worked so hard for 3 years, and they were on to their next resort, and then they were on to their next country. And it was so cool because they don't have kids yet, so obviously their, stage of life is a little different, but like, she works her business from her phone. Like, that's what she's worked so hard for, and it's just, the freedom is amazing. It's amazing that I was able to go and do that and be around such like-minded people. So, know you're working for something so much more than a paycheck, guys. When I tell you that it's crazy, please believe me that it is. I sat on the plane with 2 triple diamonds in between them on all of our stinking flights, and to hear how much, they didn't tell me the dollar amount, but to hear how much they made and how long they've been in this company and stuff, and to listen to them tell me, God, your team is on fire, Courtney. Like, this is insane. It felt so good to be with you guys. So, I don't know. I'm just so proud, and I don't want to take up any more of your time because I love to talk to you and look at your faces forever because it makes me so excited. Just keep running with me. If you're having a bad day, Pam Souder will tell you, get over yourself. I had somebody look at me in the airport because I was griping about something, and she's like, you need to get over yourself. You have prayed for your phone to go off all day. And I wasn't like griping. I was just like, oh, I can't answer all of these. I don't know what to do. And she's like, really? Because there was a time when your phone didn't go off at all. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got to check myself. I can get to these, take a deep breath. I can answer these messages. You know what I mean? So get over yourself if you're struggling, and know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and there's so much freedom out there. And it's not like for the few that like find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's enough room at the top for all of us. So keep hustling, keep running. This month is insane. I will be announcing another flash giveaway here in a little bit. Plug into the team thread, please, please, please. It encourages me. It encourages each other. And it keeps the fire lit. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any more questions, write down my phone number. If you don't have it, it's 682-999-1587. If you have a question, don't be surprised if I tell you where you can find the answer. And I want you to know, because I want to empower you. I'm not being rude. If you ask me a question and I say, go look at the comp plan on this page, it's because I want you to then be able to take that and teach your team. Just like a teacher's not going to walk up and the kid says the math problem's hard and they're not going to go, well, here's the answer. I want to teach you how to be the most efficient, resourceful person you can be while you build your empire. So I love you guys so much. I'm so stinking proud of you. You have no idea. And let me know whatever y'all need. Y'all have a good night. Happy Monday. Bye.